Good evening, everybody. So today I'm going to take you through taxonomy, and under taxonomy, we are going to look at the dichotomous key, and under this we have our objectives, and the first objective is define the term dichotomy. Our second objective is state the types of dichotomous key. The third objective is describe the steps of constructing a dichotomous key using an example. Now, next slide, we look at the definition of the dichotomous key. And, under here, we are looking at the dichotomous key is a tool that scientists use to determine the classification of living things in the natural world, from trees to animals to fungus. It's usually presented in the form of a flow chart, giving you two options on each branch to help make the identification process easier. So that is the definition of a dichotomous key. We are going to look at the uses of dichotomous key. And class, can anyone say or give us an example of, or give us a use of dichotomous key? Anybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Dichotomous key is usually used for identifying and categorizing living organisms.
Yes, very good, Wandera. That is one of the uses of a dichotomous key. Any other person?
Number two.
Okay, number two.
Yes.
Is helping students easily understand harder scientific concepts.
Yes. Good. So the next, the final use is organizing large amounts of information to make identification of an organism much easier. So on our next slide, we are going to look at the types of dichotomous key. And there are three types of dichotomous key. One is a nested style. This is when the next identification question appears under the answer leading up to it. Each question is usually indented with each question after being further indented to help keep the chart organized and easy to read. That is the first type of a dichotomous key, a nested style. The second one is a linked dichotomous key. In this kind, questions are written in a listed form. Each answer leads to a different question on a different line. Then the third type of dichotomous key, we have a branching tree. This is more commonly seen where each question is laid out in a tree diagram form, with each answer leading down to a different branch. On our next slide, we are going to look at how to make a dichotomous key. So on this part, we are going to look at the steps followed while making a dichotomous key. The first step is you list the characteristics of your specimen. This is you start by considering the specific the specimen that you are trying to identify and insert a dichotomous key. Note the characters that define the things you are looking at. Example of these things are the size, shape, and in color. Those are the characters you are looking at. The second step, you look for the principle of exclusion. That is, you look for the characters that make any specimen or each specimen very unique. In here, There's a dichotomous key works by the process of elimination. So you want to note characteristics that can be used to differentiate the things you are examining. Example, if some of the specimen you are looking at have feathers, but others have fur, then feathers is a good distinguishing characteristic. The next step is determining the most general characteristics. You want to create a dichotomous key based on increasingly specific differentiation. So you will have to order the characteristics of your specimen from general to specific. This will help divide your specimen ever smaller groups. For instance, when making your dichotomous key for big cats, you may find that some of the cats you are analyzing have dark fur and some have light fur. You may also see that all of them have short hair. Finally, you see that some of them have long tails, but some of them have no tails at all. So after you've found the most general characteristics, then you try it out. Is everybody still with me? The last part you're going to look
Yes.
at, yes. So the last part we're going to summarize this lesson, and what have we said a dichotomous key is?
Yeah, you said that if I can remind the class
Yes,
that dichotomous keys are tool
yes,
used to determine classification of living organisms.
good, good. And what are the importance or the uses of a dichotomous key?
Okay.
Yes, some of the uses we say
Okay.
that can, yes,
Are you getting me?
yes,
Okay, the importance of dichotomous key are
yes, yes,
identifying and categorizing living organisms,
yes,
stroke the objects.
yes, good,
Another one is helping
yes,
students easily understand harder scientific concepts.
good.
Number
The
three
final one, yes,
is organizing large amounts of information
yes,
to make identification of an organism much easier.
yes. Thank you so much, Naibe. Those were the uses or the importance of dichotomous key. And the next on the summary we have the types. How many types did we say we have?
Uh, I think Mwalim, you say that there are three types.
Yes,
We have the nested, linked, and branched tree
yes,
types.
yes. Thank you very much. And on the steps, I believe everybody still remembers on how on the steps followed while constructing a dichotomous key. So I'm going to give you an assignment. Write a paragraph explaining the importance of classification and identification to scientists. That will contain 15 marks, and please go and tackle it so that we can collect in our next class. So, any question?
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Is the assignment individual or group work?
I think it's best done on individual so that I can use that as your cut mark, your cut one mark.
Okay, that's good. And then another question is,
Yes.
how are we going to get the notes?
I will send you notes through your class representative. I will email all the notes that you require.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. If there is no other question, please thank you all and we'll meet on the next time.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.